guys, and welcome to the first episode in the MC Function 101 course. This is a course on Minecraft commands and the data packs you use to run them without filling your world with tons of ugly looking blocks. In this episode, we're going to be covering the intro to it and folder setup. So, what is MC Function? MC Function is Minecraft's quote-unquote coding language, and it's centered around the in-game commands. MC Function differs from a lot of programming languages because it doesn't use line endings or parentheses and brackets in the actual command portions. And you can't just use normal variables like how in Python or C# how you can define an integer and assign it a value in the definition. In this course, we'll be covering file structure, the command changes from 1.12 to 1.13, and further. Basic give set block, the give command, set block command, fill command, and summon command. Replace item, data merge, data modify, and the remove portion of that. The entirety of execute. Local coordinates, which allows you to run commands in the direction the player is facing. Other basic commands like place down a particle, resource pack creation, so that that'll cover some basic texture creation and some tools that you should use along with that. Loot tables, advancements in tags, and then custom model data. Some requirements for this is some type of file editor, preferably something with .mc function highlighting. For example, Atom or VS Code. I personally use Atom, so that's what we'll be using in the tutorial. Minecraft Java Edition. This unfortunately will not work with any of the Bedrock editions. Blockbench for model creation, if you want to follow that. Blockbench is a great tool made by Janice, I believe is their name. It's completely free, and I would highly recommend it. An internet connection, obviously. You're already watching this, so you probably have one. At least 10 megabytes of free space. You won't need all of this for the actual data pack portion, but for the resource pack, if you're adding custom sounds and stuff, you probably will. And some persistence to keep trying. I know when I was first starting, I did have to go back and forth between videos and paste spins and stuff like that. When I started learning, the Minecraft commands weren't as big as they are now, and I wasn't in communities like the Minecraft commands Reddit, so yeah. Some helpful tools or sites would be the r/Minecraft commands Discord, MC Stacker, which is a great tool that lets you generate summon commands and give commands and set block commands. The Data Pack Center, which is another place these tutorials will be going up. If you're watching from there, hi. My channel and obviously these videos and a bunch of other creators. There isn't too much along the lines of 1.14, just tutorial-wise, I haven't seen. But a lot of the principles from old creations from creators like Dragnaws and Simply Sark, he used to make a lot of good command videos. That'll at least get you some inspiration for some creations. Let's get into the basic folder structure and setup. This is the basic structure of a data pack. As you can see here, you have the main data packs folder, and this is inside of the world save. And then right here where it says data pack, that's the namespace for your data pack. So like if you were making one called Sky Factory, you'd call that Sky Factory. Pack.mc meta is just a file that tells Minecraft that this is a valid data pack and not just some random folder. Data is where you keep your namespaces. So this right here, this would be your namespace for all your functions. So this would be another example. If you're doing Sky Factory again, you could call this Sky Factory, and it's a good habit to have one big namespace instead of just having a bunch of broad namespaces. And then Minecraft, this is how you modify basic Minecraft things. And then this was made by TriStar, right? Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Then you post it on this Twitter. There'll be a link at the end of this. So some basic files are functions. So the file type is .mc function, obviously, right? And this is a file containing a list of commands that run from top to bottom, like most programming languages do. So like if you had a give command, right, and you're giving yourself stone, but you also wanted to give yourself oak planks or something like that, it'd be give stone and then give oak planks right below it. It wouldn't be like some complicated function, stuff like that. Advancements, these are .jsons, and the rest of these are too. They're used for custom achievements or detecting when a player does something you can't check with commands. So like if you wanted to check if a player per se walks into another fortress and you want to run a command when that happens, you'd use an advancement rather than checking if they walk into nether brick. Loot tables, they allow you to control what blocks mobs and players drop and what items generate in containers. I also forgot to mention you can change fishing drops in loot. Tags, it's a list of block and items you can test for. So instead of having different if statements for each block and item you want to test for or get rid of, you can just do it with just a hashtag and the name and path to the tag. And then a list of functions that you can run. So same principle. Instead of running each individual function manually, you can just run a broad group, and that's how a lot of like quote-unquote APIs allow such easy additions to what they do. And then recipes, they allow you to add custom recipes. You can't use custom items or basically items with MBT, and you can't check for them in the input either. And if you guys want, I can also do a tutorial covering custom crafting, and it's fairly simple with some good tools like data pack details. Now let's get into setting up the data pack. So once you're in here, you're gonna need to create a data folder. It wants to load. Oh, this is nice. There we go. So inside of data, you're gonna make a namespace, and we're gonna call this tutorial. And then inside of this, and also in here, we're going to want to create a Minecraft folder. Now, it's always a good habit to start off with a Minecraft folder, because you're almost always going to need some basic tags that Minecraft provides itself, and we'll cover those in a later video. Inside of here, so it's just a good habit, create your tags folder. Sorry if it's being kind of slow with folder creation. Still got a hard drive on a not very good laptop. And then functions. So what this directs Minecraft to is Minecraft's checking for all tags. So if you had a block tag, you'd have a folder called blocks and functions, and then in there you're gonna put your JSON files. So and in here, we're going to create functions. And because this is right inside the namespace, Minecraft isn't going to think these are tags. It's going to think it's an actual list of commands. And then in here, this is where you'd put your functions. And here, or in your actual data pack folder, you're going to want to create a new item. And we're going to call that pack.mcmeta. And it's going to ask, at least if you're on Windows, if you change the file extension, it might come unstable. It's still a text document, so you don't have to worry about it. There it is. And because it's such a small line of text, typically I just open it up in Notepad. There's no need to open it up in Atom or anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a curly bracket. You don't have to tab in. I do, it just looks nicer. Pack, right? And then right here, it's basically a class. You're gonna want to do pack format. As you can tell Minecraft what format the data pack is in. So like say in a later day they change how you have to structure the data pack for that version, you would change this pack format. But because data packs are so new and they really haven't taken off, they didn't take off until 1.13 came out. It's still pack format 1. And then after that, you're gonna want a description. You don't need this, it'll run without it. So you're gonna want to put this in quotes. Call this tutorial data pack, and make sure you put a comma after that, actually. And then like that, and then this file, save this, and that's your entire pack.mc meta. So technically speaking, if I were to put this in a Minecraft world and I actually put a function or something in here, Minecraft could read it as an actual data pack. Actually, wait. It might actually say data pack without functions in it, but yeah. And that is the entire setup for a basic thing. In the next video, we'll be covering basic function creation and some basic commands like give, set, block, fill, and stuff like that. I'll see you then.